Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Senator Al Franken has always been a self-righteous prick. In fact, he proved just that while bashing President Donald Trump. Too bad for Franken, things just blew up in his face as his own sick secret just came prancing out of the closet, and it looks like what he did was way worse than what he once condemned Trump for allegedly doing. Al Franken is well known throughout the political world. While he's lauded as a hero by the left, he's looked at as nothing more than a biased hack by those on the right, since his remarks often use information taken out of context to get his point across. Unfortunately for Franken, it seems that he finally got what was coming to him after months of attacking President Trump. In fact, you may remember that during the 2016 campaign, Franken decided to comment on the infamous Hollywood Access tapes, in which Trump was caught during some locker room talk with another man in private. Of course, Franken was more than happy to join the Trump is a sexual predator claims, but it seems that something held him back from launching his usual full-on attack. For those unaware, Franken had his own mishap back when he was a writer for Saturday Night Live, where he actually tried to make a skit involving a fictional rape. Although he states that those controversies are now irrelevant, as he told NBC, he wanted to sit down and actually argue why his case was far different than that of President Trump. Too bad for him, things just blew up in his face big time as his own sick secret just came out. As it turns out, Franken's rape fantasy wasn't a one-time thing. In fact, Breitbart is now reporting that Lean Tweeden, a journalist who anchors the morning news at Talk Radio 790 KABK in Los Angeles, California, is accusing Senator Al Franken, DMN, of fondling her while asleep and shoving his tongue down her throat without her consent. Even worse yet, there's actually photographic evidence proving that he did it, which has most recently been released to the public. The incident took place back in December of 2006 as Tweeden was on a 2-week USL tour to entertain our troops with the then 55-year-old Franken and others. At one point during some downtime, Tweeden dozed off in the company of many others, which apparently prompted good old rapey Franken to reach over and fondle her breasts. Even worse yet, someone else snapped a pic with Franken all too happy to pose with a creepy smile. As if that wasn't bad enough, Franken, who was married at the time, felt it would be acceptable for the two to kiss, and he set out to create a situation in which he'd get exactly what he desired. When Tweeden felt uncomfortable, he simply pressured her to until she complied, eventually cramming his tongue down her throat in a disgusting act of dominance. As 790 KABK reports, the group often took part in skits to entertain the troops that were usually full of sexual innuendos. However, Franken took things to a disturbing level by writing a skit where the two would kiss. Rather than just pretend on stage, Franken was insistent that the two kiss, and, in order to do it convincingly, he said they had to practice. Although Tweeden expressed her discomfort with the idea, Franken reportedly badgered her to the point that she agreed just so he would shut up, but things would only get worse from there. "We did the line leading up to the kiss and then he came at me, put his hand on the back of my head, mashed his lips against mine and aggressively stuck his tongue in my mouth," she said, recalling the horrific ordeal. "I immediately pushed him away with both of my hands against his chest and told him if he ever did that to me again I wouldn't be so nice about it the next time. I felt disgusted and violated." Senator Al Franken was more than happy to condemn President Donald Trump over what he said, but now, irrefutable evidence has come forward proving that this pervert was an actual sexual predator. There is absolutely no room for the scrap when it comes to those who represent the people. Franken needs to resign immediately. Share the story and leave a comment by clicking one of the buttons below. Follow us on Facebook at Mad World News.